Most Indian movies we've discussed on this channel were rather big productions, often including some action and thriller elements and usually some songs and dances as well. Today I want to talk about a very calm, very character-driven film. This is Waiting. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage and I haven't seen Waiting because it was recommended by anyone or because I stumbled upon it doing some research for good Indian movies. I've seen it because it was just screened at the very first Reactor Indian Film Festival here in Vienna. It's called Reactor because that's the location it is held in. It's this new private exhibition space in Vienna and it consists of 3 big halls that are used for the presentation of art in all its forms and dimensions. Now there has been movies screened here for the first time, and if you've seen my Instagram stories you already got a glimpse of that special place which added a very peculiar atmosphere to the screening. Sometimes it can be a great experience to watch a movie in such a strange setting, and thankfully the projection was crystal clear and the seats quite comfortable. But seeing a film in such a big hall has also some downsides, and unfortunately there was a huge echo to each and every spoken word. But once you got used to it, you could really enjoy the film, and I'm happy to say that Waiting was quite good and different from the films I've seen from India so far. It's a 2015 Hindi and English language arthouse drama directed by Menon. It stars Naseeruddin Shah as Shiv Kumar, a man who has spent each and every day in the last 8 months looking after his wife for 40 years. She's in a coma and Shiv is still holding up hope that she will recover, even if the doctors say otherwise. It is at the same hospital that he meets the young woman Tara Deshpande, who's played by Kalki Koechlin. Tara's newlywed husband is also in a coma after a horrible car accident. Now you might guess where the movie is going because the premise is very basic and not that new. It's about those 2 very different personalities that are brought together through circumstances, and of course they form a special relationship throughout the movie, befriend each other and each grow as a human being. It's a completely realistic film without any big effects, musical interludes or really outstanding filmmaking choices. It's a tender, warm and deeply human film with a mostly subtle direction by Menon and 2 really great performances by Naseeruddin Shah and Kalki Koechlin. Waiting is only about 90 minutes long, but it's enough to make us care about these 2 very different people. It deals with the generation gap between the 2 of them, with different ways of life, different beliefs, or just different ways to talk to one another. But it does so in a rather tender way, and it never gets sappy despite its very sad subject matter. This is no tearjerker that's full of melodramatic moments. It will probably have an emotional impact on you. It certainly had on me, but it will also make you think, and it will make you think about aspects of life that you most likely don't want to think about. The things Shiv and Tara has to deal with are things each and every one of us has to deal with at some point. How do we cope with a heavy loss or with the prospect of losing someone dearest to our heart? This is a film about grief and confronting that grief. How can we make decisions that are best for the people we care about, and when do we only think those decisions are the best for them, when in fact they are what we want to happen? And I also really appreciated the way the doctors and medicine in general was handled in this film. Nobody wants to hear that there's nothing left one can do or nothing reasonable that's really in the best interest for the patient. Doctors are no monsters who just have money in their eyes. Or at least certainly not all of them. But despite all those serious subject matters, Waiting is not this super depressing movie either. The chemistry between our 2 leads, their growing friendship, that's thankfully not without its conflicts. It's those conflicts that make it so interesting. And also the humor that's injected here makes it actually a very easy and satisfying watch. The first Reactor Indian Film Festival specialized on contemporary arthouse films, and I'm very happy that I checked out this one. So in German I'd say, Waiting ist ein ruhiges, nuanciertes und sehr lebensnahes Drama, das von seinen 2 großartigen Schauspielern und der behutsamen Regie lebt. Es berührt, regt zum Nachdenken an und ist eine klare Empfehlung für alle, die einen indischen Film abseits des Mainstreams schauen möchten. I give Waiting 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.3, but I don't do that.
You know how many followers I have on Twitter? 5,800. And how many of them are here right now? 0.
What is Twitter?
Alright, that's it. Like always, comment below and let me know what you think about Waiting. Have you seen the movie or at least heard about it? You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at the Jimmy Cage. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like, and make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.